Alrighty, we're in here. Yay! Hello, everyone. Buenas tardes, buenos dias, depending on where you are. If you're here with me, I'm gonna give everyone like maybe about 2 minutes to join. If you are here, comment where you watching from, where y'all at. So happy to be here. Please enter the chat. Let me know that you're here, where you are viewing from, all that good stuff. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I had a trouble figuring out how to get on here. Okay, let's see. Give everyone about 2-3 minutes to join, and we'll get started. Hello. Please feel free to put in the chat where you are watching from. Let me know. Alrighty. um, in this live, I will be talking about that I left Peru, talking about my impressions of Peru, how I like Peru, all that good stuff, and talking about where I am now. So, exciting things. Like I said, I'll probably give about 3 minutes so everyone can join. And yeah. Good stuff. Um, like I said, if you're in here with me, let me know where you are watching from. Let me know where you are calling in from. I would love to know. And I'm about to get started. Alrighty. So, this live I'm talking about Peru, my experience there, um, why I left there, where I am now, my impressions of Peru, all that good stuff. So first, to give y'all an idea, so I left Peru about the end of July was when I left there. And if y'all see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes. So no, nothing wild or anything like that. Um, so why did I leave Peru? So I think first and foremost, I think it's important to say I tried to leave Peru, so it became almost like an ongoing joke. Can y'all hear me okay? If someone's in here, can you let me know if y'all can hear me? Just want to make sure the audio is okay. Hello. Okay, yeah, I can see it on the bottom. It became kind of an ongoing joke with friends that I had in Peru. Like every time I tried to leave, y'all know of one of the times when I was going back to the States. That was the first time I tried to leave Peru, and didn't work out. The second time I actually tried to leave Peru, I was trying to go to Colombia, and I woke up that morning, and I actually woke up and I was walking and going to the bathroom, and I wound up passing out, which was pretty bad. So I wasn't in good shape, so I wound up having to I couldn't get on my flight. I wasn't well enough. I didn't feel well enough to travel to get on the plane, so I wound up staying. So I tried to leave the country twice, and it didn't work out. But the reason I left was because I feel like I had done what I came to do there. You know, I was there and I had done what I wanted to do that I had, I guess, set out to do. I went and I saw Machu Picchu. You know, I went to. I think that was the biggest thing I wanted to do in Peru because it is known as one of the world wonders. It's a beautiful, beautiful country, beautiful place to see. Um, I went to Paracas, which I went there with the intention of seeing penguins, but unfortunately, I was not. I don't remember if I included that in that video about going to Paracas, but I did not get to see the penguins, and that was one of my like dreams of seeing penguins. So I wasn't able to do that, but I am hoping because I know that in Ecuador and the Galapagos they have penguins. So I am definitely, definitely hoping that I'm able to go see the penguins in the Galapagos. When and if I head back to Ecuador to go there. Um, Also in Peru, I met a lot of amazing people, um, and I think in Peru, I took a lot of time. I think to just learn and grow. Also, I realized y'all probably didn't know I cut my hair. I realized I like completely breezed over that. Yeah, I cut all my hair off, y'all. I forgot about that. Again, if you're here, let me know in the chat who's in here. Let me know where you are watching from. Oh, thank you, Kimberly. But yeah, so I took a lot of time in Peru to kind of just do a lot of introspection, a lot of learning, a lot of growing. I cut my hair. There's a lot of different things, and so I feel like by the time I was in Peru for about a month and a half, I feel like by the time I was there, by the time I was ending my time there, I was like, okay, I did what I felt like I came to do. Like what was needed is over. So let me talk about my impressions of Peru. So I'm gonna just say this right out now. Peru was nice. I enjoyed my time there. I loved it there, but it's not my favorite country. I hope I don't offend anyone by saying that, but it's just not my favorite. I feel like I think I would go back maybe once, maybe twice in my life. Definitely, I would go back during the summertime, but it's not a place where I think of it and I think like, oh my god, I need to go back to Peru. Like it's not like how I think about Colombia or how I think about Thailand, like or even Ecuador. Like oh, I'm going to go back there or I need to go back there. Um, I will say that so yeah, I would go back there so I can, visit my friends and family. I think I would go to Machu Picchu again because I talked about this in an Instagram post that I wasn't feeling the best. I got really bad altitude sickness. It really wasn't a great time. So I would think I would go back so I can kind of embrace the moment a bit more. Um, I will say, as far as safety, I know a lot of people ask me about safety. I felt very safe in Peru, even in areas that I think people would categorize not the best. Like there was a period I was living in Independencia, which is a part in Peru that people say is not the safest, not the best. To be fair, I didn't go out too much, but when I did, I didn't feel I felt very safe in Peru. So I would say that, um, especially after the experience that y'all saw I had in Cali, Colombia, I think Peru was a great place to go. That kind of helped me rebuild my confidence in safety because I think that is very important if you are a traveler, if you are an expat, especially if you're a solo feminine presenting female or woman, whatever. If you are a solo femme traveler, I think it's very important to have a sense of safety wherever you go. So I really did enjoy that aspect of Peru of having that sense of safety. Um, so yeah, it was really great for after Colombia. The weather. The weather is one of my I think my favorite, my least favorite things about Peru. So that's why I said if I do return, I'm going to go back during the summer. Peru, I've been told many times, has two seasons. It's like summer where it's really hot and sunny and all that stuff, and then when I was there, it was very gloomy. Like I really just did not like the weather there. The weather thing they say is in Peru, it doesn't really rain. Like it rains, but it's just like it's if like someone has like a bucket of rain and they're just sprinkling it like above the city or the town or whatever. Like it doesn't really rain and it's really gray and gloomy. I don't know. That's one thing I really don't like about Peru during that time. That's why I said I would want to give it a chance to go during the summertime. But Cusco, this is specifically mostly in Lima. Cusco is really beautiful, really great weather. Like if I wasn't dealing with altitude sickness, it would have been a lot more fun. um, Also, so yeah, if you want to get an idea what that weather is like, I'm going to be posting a day in the life. I did a pretty, I think, interesting day in the life. I went to restaurants, I went shopping, I went to see, I know a lot of people that follow me are like wondering, like, are black and, wonder what it's like to live abroad or be abroad when it comes to different things. So I went to go look at makeup and see, can I find my shade, things like that. I went shopping and all bunch of stuff. So look out for that video. That's going to be coming soon. Um, Next, food. I wasn't very impressed with the food there, which I know internationally people say that Peru is the gastro. It's known for its food. It's known to be this capital of food and all these great things in South America. But I think that for me, I wasn't that impressed. There are some really yummy things there, but if I go back, I definitely would do a food tour, which I think will give me a better idea or get a better sense of the food there. Because I saw a lot of YouTubers before, because I look at YouTube before I go somewhere. I saw a lot of YouTubers doing food tours, so I think if I do go back, I will do that. So that's one thing. So yeah, overall, I'm grateful that I went to Peru. I think that I felt like intuitively I was told to go to Peru, so I'm glad that I felt that intuition. Um, it's very different from Colombia and Ecuador. When I was in Colombia, I saw a lot of kind of parallels to Ecuador, but I think Peru was just very different to both of them. So I thought that was very interesting. But I think it served its purpose. I think I'm definitely glad I went there, and it is a beautiful country. It's just not my top country. So like I said, I would see myself going there maybe once, twice again in my life, but it's not like on my list of I need to go back there right now countries. So yeah, and also at any point, if y'all have any questions, comments, please throw them down below. Feel free to say anything. So now I'm going to move into where am I now? Where in the heck? I've been getting this question a lot because I have not been on social media as much. So I have been getting questions. Amina, where in the heck are you? Where in the world are you? Which I feel like I like that question because I feel like it affirms to me that I'm that friend that's that just goes around the world. But I actually don't move around that much, y'all. At least I don't think so. Um, Hello, Houston Bread. Hello, hello. Um, so yeah, drum roll. I am now in Costa Rica. So yeah, that's where I am now. I wish I was like editing this. I would have like a cheering track or something like that. But I'm now in Costa Rica. I'm on the coast. I'm not going to disclose right now the exact city because it is pretty quite small place, but I will probably in the next week or two. But yeah, I'm in Costa Rica. I Costa Rica is absolutely beautiful. I don't know if y'all can tell. I can tell like it's done some wonders for my I don't know, the way I feel. I just feel a lot more chill. I feel a lot more connected to nature. I really love that. It is so beautiful here. It's so green. It's very tranquil. It's beautiful here. Not if you're in San Jose, which is the capital, but it's beautiful here. It's absolutely stunning. I'm glad I'm here because I think here I'm able to connect with nature more. I kind of came here with the intentions of recharging, kind of disconnecting, which kind of is why I'm not on my social media as much, is kind of why I am just taking time for myself, taking time to kind of reinstill what is important to me. I know y'all have seen me. If you haven't already, I am I have decided to do YouTube like for real, like full time. So I will be getting content into you guys. I will be doing a live at least twice a month. I will be doing as much I can to connect with y'all because I really do want to build a community on this platform. I want us, the people that subscribe to my channel, I want this to be a community where I can answer your questions, I can give y'all resources, I can share my adventures and everything that comes with it. So I really love that. Um, so I have a question from Houston Bread, new sub. Do you mind me asking about your career, given how often you move and travel? Do you work remotely? So that's an interesting question that you have posed. So when I first moved abroad, and I've been meaning, I did a video on this, but I feel like it's outdated now. I don't know, but when I left to leave abroad, I left with I saved up a good amount of money, not much money. It didn't last me more than a few months. And I kind of left with my intuition telling me that, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I was like, it's going to work out. I'm going to figure out some way, somehow. So that's the one I had. When I was in Ecuador, I taught English for a bit at an institute. And then throughout the time I've been abroad, I have done freelance work, and also I now do YouTube. My hope is for my YouTube. I just recently decided to do YouTube full time, which comes with a lot of different thoughts and things like that. But I think overall, my my work my work when I did freelance work was remotely. I did social media management. I had a contract with a nonprofit in the States where I managed her social media. I also did some video editing for her as well. Um, but honestly, when it comes to money and stuff like that, it hasn't always been cute, Y'all saw my if you did saw my blog about in Barbosa Santander. I was volunteering there. So when I was there, like I remember towards the end of that volunteer, I was like, what am I gonna do for money? I'm like, do I have to go back home? Like, what am I gonna do? Um, so I hope that answers your question. I know it's not a very direct answer, or maybe not the best answer, because most people are like, "Hey, I work for said blah 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 company. I make this much a year, and this is how I'm able to live abroad." And that's just not really my experience. My experience has been kind of like, I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm following and trusting intuitive that intuition that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I find that the more that I lean into that trust, that somehow, some way, it works itself out. Um, so that's kind of where I'm at. But yeah, that's kind of the bulk of like I said, I'm in Costa Rica now. If y'all missed the beginning. I love it. I hope to do a lot of content here. I also love to give this moment if y'all have anything I want to see. I know that my channel started out, I kind of found myself in a niche, which wasn't necessarily my plan to be just like talk about just Monte Ecuador. As y'all saw, I have different things about just my story, resources that people want to move abroad, all these different things. So that wasn't my plan, but I saw more and more that people enjoyed that content. But I hope that y'all continue with me on my world adventures. Like I honestly see my life going anywhere and everywhere in the world. My goal is to see 100 countries. On this channel, I want to talk about everything from, travel and like resources, and giving y'all like if you go to this place, you go to this place. This is things you can find. This is like stuff like that. I also want to talk about because I think a big component I'm seeing now in my life is about my connection of my journey abroad to healing to intuition, because I think that's a really big component. So I want to talk about that. I also do a lot of like light work, shadow work, talking about like relationships and boundaries and just everything. I don't know. I feel like this journey just overall has given me the opportunity to really sit into ideas and things that I didn't really think about or really have the capacity to dive into when I was in the States. So please always feel free to let me know if there's any questions y'all have, any videos, ideas you have, any things you want to know. Um, you can always email me. I think my email's under every video. You can send me a DM on Instagram. I check my Instagram once in a while now since I'm taking a break from it, but I do check it. But yeah, I want to also hone in that I want to create a community here. I know that I haven't been as consistent, but I want to, take the time to always reply to y'all, reply to your comments, to make these lives. Like I said, I want to do at least 2 lives a month, and just create a space where I can answer your questions and be, I don't know, open to whatever comes on this journey. Um, so yeah, we've been on here about 19 minutes. Is anyone, if y'all have any questions, I plan to do my next live. I'm gonna do just a Q&A. I'm gonna, post on my Instagram if anyone has any questions, probably a couple days before. And just if y'all have any questions at all, I will more than happy to answer them now or also then as well. But just want to do a general Q&A. But yeah, that's why I left Peru. Those are my impressions of Peru. Where I am now, Costa Rica. I don't know where I'm gonna go next. Um, but yeah, that's kind of that. Anyone have any questions, comments? Let me know. Nancy, hello, Nancy. Thank you all that came through and that are here watching. Also, Kimberly, I want to say, I don't know if you're still on, but especially thank you to you. You've been very supportive of my YouTube journey, and I immensely appreciate you. Kimberly is the MVP of all MVPs. All right, let's see. Nancy said, I'm considering a move to South America from West Africa. Do you have any advice for West African professionals who want to give it a shot? Nancy, when you say have any advice, in what regards? Are you saying professionally? Are you saying like for Black people that want to live in South America? Like what specifically, what part of the move are you kind of concerned of or want some insight of it professionally? Okay. I think it depends on your background. Um, I will say that I don't know what the economy is like in Africa. I do plan to go to Africa one day, but I will say that a lot of people, when they go to South America, they have I'm an architect and set to retire. If you want to retire, South America is a great place to retire. Monte Ecuador, I know it's getting a lot of hype right now. A lot of people are going to Monte Ecuador to retire because it kind of has the best of everything. You have the beach vibes, you have the coast. I mean, the beach is the coast. You have the coast. You have kind of like a little city element to it, but you also have that small town feel as well. I think a little bit. Um, if I'm being honest, I would say that I wouldn't say for people that if you are used to making a certain wage, I wouldn't say South America is the place to go to work, just because it's a lot of people like the minimum wage there is not very high. It's not really, I wouldn't say if you're going somewhere to make money, I wouldn't say South America is the place to go. If you have money, if you have remote work, if you have kind of an opportunity or a way to make money outside of like just being in whatever country you're in, then I'll say it's beautiful. You have low cost of living, you have like very great access to fresh food. You have in a lot of countries that I've been to in South America, you have really good healthcare. So there's a lot of great things that you can find in South America. I just wouldn't say it's a place to go to try to find work. If you have the opportunity to do remote work, if you have if you're retired and you have that like your pension or whatever, your savings, that's a great option as well. But I wouldn't say that it's the place to go to work. My Canadian friend did suggest Ecuador. Yeah, Ecuador is beautiful. I know a lot of people that follow me on this channel or live in Ecuador. Also Colombia. I absolutely love Colombia. Depending on what part, depending on what you're looking for, I think that's important to consider when you are moving abroad. What are you looking for? Do you want the coast? Do you want inland? Do you want city vibes? What kind of are you the type of person that needs to be connected to kind of these different like do you need to be near like a big mall or like kind of what kind of life or what kind of vibe are you looking for? I think it's important. Um, she pointed me to your site. Oh, well, shout out to your friend who pointed you to my channel. I really appreciate that. I'm glad that you are. I'm glad that you're here, um, Kimberly. Hi, Kimberly. Um, so yeah. Any other questions? Y'all got any more questions? I got answers for days. If y'all got questions, I got answers. Let me know. But yeah, I think moving abroad and living abroad, it's all about pinpointing what you need and what you want. Because I think that's another thing is a lot of people move to certain places, and those places either don't have the different those places don't really have the different luxuries or different things that they want. So then they're like, oh, I hate this place, whatever. There are places in different parts of the country, different parts of the world that will have those different luxuries. It just depends on what you want, what you're willing to deal with, what you're not willing to deal with, all these different things. Oh, my cousin Dominique, hi. I miss you too, beautiful. I was thinking about you the other day. I was listening to you much. I should have. I have been trying to get better of when someone pops in my head to send them a message because I feel like either I need to, but I miss you too. I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna call you cousin. I love you. Um, but I will say, but yeah. Let me think. What else? Yeah, like living abroad, moving abroad can be a beautiful thing if you really do your homework, or if you don't do your homework. Because I'm bad at this. Like I what's it called? There's times I went to certain countries I didn't do a lot of research. Like when I went to Thailand, tons of research. Everything up and down. When I went to Ecuador, tons of research. When I went to Colombia, medium amount. When I went to Peru, I was in that country. I was like, oh, there's Machu Picchu here. Oh, okay. Like I didn't do as much research. I didn't look into things as much as I should have or could have. So I think that if you do go somewhere, either you need to do your research or you need to be the type of person that's able to adapt or be flexible and be open to whatever you find in that country. Because if you don't, if you are that person that likes certain things or a certain way, you need to make sure you have the ability to figure that out beforehand. Otherwise, you might be disappointed. Please come back to Colombia. I want to come back to Colombia. I was actually thinking about that the other day, but Colombia, I love Colombia. I don't know what it is, but that country did something. Even though I went through some like horrible crap in Colombia, it is a beautiful country. It has beautiful people too. So I definitely want to come back to Colombia, Viviana. Definitely want to do that. Um, so yeah, do you have any questions? Um, Let me know. Like I said, if not, please save them. Not save them, but if you don't have any questions right now, I do plan to do a Q&A and just kind of like things out. If y'all have any ideas or things that y'all want to see or any questions you have about the journey, about Costa Rica that y'all want to see, let me know. I do plan on. I want to go to before I leave the borders or the, I almost said the confines, but the borders of Costa Rica. I do want to go to Limon, which is actually something I really was grateful that I did when I was in Peru. I was able to connect to a lot of. I made some friends that are Afro Peruvian, and they let me know a lot about Afro Peruvian culture, which is so rich and beautiful. So that's one thing I'm definitely glad I learned in Peru that I forgot to mention, but I definitely want to tap into and see the Afro Costa Rican culture here. A lot of them are in Limon, so I definitely want to check out that area. Um, Honestly, y'all, I've learned on this journey that this world is so big and so small at the same time, which is such sometimes a mind trick or something like that. But yeah, if y'all don't have any more questions, I'm going to end the live here. I appreciate y'all coming on and chatting with me. I'm so glad. so excited to. Um, when is your next live on Ecuador? I could do it. I didn't even think about that. I could do a live on Ecuador. Like I lived there for 6 months. I'm sure that I think there's a lot of information that I haven't touched on Ecuador. That like I have tons of footage and stuff too about Ecuador that I haven't even done. So that's a really great idea, Nancy. I think I can maybe do that next week. Yeah, I could do that live about Ecuador, and then I can do a live on just a general Q&A the week after. So that's a great idea. Thank you for that, Nancy. See, I'd be forgetting the information I have. I'd be thinking of what I have. Um, yeah, Nancy. Actually, when I get off of here, I'm gonna set up some stuff, and I will set up the live and everything for Ecuador sometime today. So thank you for that idea. Do you have any idea of business passports issued by some countries if one opens up a business? Do you have any idea of business passports? Um, I don't think I do. Unfortunately, I don't know much about business passports. Um, oh, while I'm on here, I do want to push and say, like, if you're thinking of moving abroad, if you're thinking about moving abroad and you are black, definitely join African American to Ecuador. It's ran by Jewel Wren. Great resource, great way you can find your answers and questions. If you're just generally thinking about moving abroad or you're looking to connect with people that live abroad and you are black, join and download the app, the Expat app, which was created by the wonderful Shar Winter. That app is created to give resources and community to black people that either aspire or that are living abroad. I definitely want to drop those two things. But yeah, I will definitely set up a live. Probably this time next week, Nancy, about Ecuador. Anyone that has any questions about Ecuador, about, you know, I mean, the information's still there. It's not like it left when I left the country. And yeah, I don't have any answers about business passports, but I'm hoping that maybe a Google search. I don't want to be that person, but I really don't. Does the African community have a group for Ecuador? I do not. I do not know of an African specifically group of for Ecuador, but the only one I know of is African Americans in Ecuador. But I think that could be a first nice step to maybe connecting with other people that may be connected with um, people in Ecuador. Esmeraldas, which is a part of Ecuador, has a lot of Afro Ecuadorianos. Um, but specifically African, I don't know, unfortunately. But yeah, so thank y'all so much for being here, for chatting with me, for sharing the space with me. I'm really glad that I did this live, and I can't wait for it, and I look forward to doing more with y'all. And yeah, check out any of my new videos. I'll be coming up with more videos. I'm gonna post a video about why I cut my hair because I feel like I forgot. I forget that people didn't know that. And I love y'all. Thank y'all for to riding with me, for sticking with me on this channel. Um, please like, subscribe. I don't know, all that good stuff. You probably already subscribed if you're watching this. And I will see y'all on my next live. Send y'all lots of love, besitos, all that stuff. And ciao.